Okay, this is question number 1 on the practice test. Match the graph with the equation. We got 4 different graphs. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure your settings are in radian. So click the wrench, click radians. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our different graphs. We have 6 different graphs to choose from. So sine of x plus 2, sine of 2x, 2 sine of x. Let's do sine of x plus 2. And that is shifted up. It does not cross the x-axis. None of these graphs match. Sine of 2x. All right, let's zoom in a little bit. Sine of 2x crosses at the origin, goes up, down, down, up, hits here at pi. So this does not cross at the origin. Graph B does. And that being 2 pi means this is going to be pi. So that's going to be your answer there. So graph B will be sine of 2x. Let's look at the next one. 2 sine of x. Okay, again, crosses at the origin. Zoom out a little bit. Goes up, down, down, up, crosses here at 2 pi. So again, origin, up, down, up, crosses at 2 pi. That's graph D. So graph D is going to be 2 sine of x. Let's look at graph A. Graph A has a maximum at 2, has another peak at 2 pi, so your period is 2 pi. So that's going to be a maximum, it's going to have amplitude at 2. Let's graph 2 cosine of x to make sure. There's your peak at 2. Here's your next peak at 2 pi, which is what we want, which means graph C is one of a couple left. We know it's not going to be sine of x plus 2. Graph C also has a peak at 1, so it starts at the maximum. That means it's going to be a cosine. So it's going to be 2 cosine of, no, sorry, it's going to be cosine of 2x. Let's check that out. Let's look at our peak, 1. Our next peak is at pi. That peak is halfway between 0 and 2 pi, so that's going to be pi. So the second peak is 2 pi, which is exactly what we want right there. So that should be your matching up. Careful, make sure that your letters match up the right functions here. Pause that so you can get those.